everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Comics Multiverse 6-inch scale Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Batcave playset from Mattel. Now this set comes packaged in this rather large box, and you can see that the box, you can display it one of two ways. So if you have it facing this way, you've got an image of the Batcave, and the box is much taller when you display it this way. You also have a look at the exclusive Batman figure that comes with this set up here in the corner. And then down here it shows you the set and how all the features work and everything. Now if you flip this box over, then you can display it so the box is wider. You basically get the same image and everything, but now the box is basically wider instead of taller. So this box measures, it's about just a little bit under 26 inches. And then this direction, it measures just a little bit over 17 inches. The sides of the packaging give us a look at the various features that the playset has. Alright, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the contents once you take it out of the box, and you can see that there's going to be quite a bit of assembly required with this set. So we've got this cardboard backdrop piece that's in this plastic bag, and inside here is also the instruction sheet and looks like a decal sheet as well. So let's start putting this thing together, and then we'll take a closer look. Here's a look at the instruction manual that shows you how to put it together and everything, and it's pretty basic. It took me about 30 to 40 minutes to put this together. There are a lot of pieces, so if you're a younger kid, you may need your parents to help you put this together. But again, it's pretty simple, and the instructions do a good job of showing you how to put everything together. I would recommend, one thing is, if you're going to put the decals on, do that first before you start assembling it, because it'll be much easier to apply the decals before you put everything together. Okay, so here's a look at the playset fully assembled, and you can see it really barely fits on my photo studio table here. It is humongous. So this thing measures in height is there, and this thing is actually a bit over 4 feet in height. And then width, if you count to this little cannon piece over here, it's about three and a half feet or thereabouts. So very wide as well. So again, this thing is just huge. I give Mattel credit for doing a pretty elaborate playset. It's got a lot of features on it, and so we'll go over everything real quick. Okay, so we'll start off at the top of this thing, and it's got this pretty cool bat signal feature up here. So you can actually flip it, and you get, look, I guess it's supposed to be the moon. Looks like the surface of the moon, I guess. But you can flip it back around, and then you've got the bat signal shining up in the Gotham skylight. And then this background looks like Gotham City, I guess. You got some skyscrapers and stuff. This is just cardboard, this backdrop. Then you get a bat signal. This is a working bat signal. Well, I should say it's not working, as in it doesn't actually light up, but it does have a reflective background here, and then you've got the bat signal or the bat symbol here on it. And it does turn, and you can have it look up, straight up, have it go all the way around. So pretty cool. And again, you can rotate it all the way around as well. Now you can't really see, try and move the camera a little bit, but you get this little bit of there's a connecting piece that so it goes to the backdrop. That actually helps secure the backdrop, but it's kind of a little walkway as well. So you could set figures on there if you wanted, but that is cardboard, so just be careful with it. So then you got this plastic piece that looks like an eagle head, looks like something you would see on the top of a skyscraper in Gotham. I don't know if this is supposed to be a skyscraper in Gotham, this top part of the playset, or if this is actually supposed to be part of Wayne Manor. Since the backdrop is of Gotham, I'm going with it's supposed to be like a skyscraper part, you know, part of Gotham City. So you've got this, so you could probably set a figure up here if you wanted to. You've got this window here, and there's a little ledge, and you can see somebody in the window. That's part of the cardboard backdrop. And then you've got this brick wall setting. So then I'll look down here on this first level, and this brings us to one of our action features of the playset. So you can see you've got this little trap door here, this red square. It looks like a sewer cover or some manhole cover, but it's a trap door. Now this is kind of supposed to be for Superman because it's going to drop you into a kryptonite cage, which I'll show you in a second. But Superman actually doesn't work too well, at least the Dawn of Justice Multiverse Superman, because of his cape. It sticks out so much, so it keeps him from actually kind of dropping down. So I've got the Joker here. Joker really belongs behind bars more than Superman anyway, so I'm going to try and use the Joker for this feature. Okay, so the way this works is, so we got the Joker up here standing on the trap door, and then we've got Bruce Wayne down here in the control center, and you can see there's some decals that have been applied for the Bat computer and stuff. And there's a trap door here. I don't know how well you can see it, but this little red door is also a trap door. And then you've got this green cage. So it's green for kryptonite. Again, this is kind of meant for Superman, since this is a Batman versus Superman playset technically. So the way it works is you've got the sliding wall piece, and so it's better if you come around. I don't want to mess up the camera, but basically it's better if you stick your hand through here, but I'm going to do it this way. And our Joker fell over a little bit, so let me get him to stand up. Joker doesn't stand as well as Superman does on this little trap door, so I don't know how well this is really going to work. But basically what happens is you pull this wall panel, and you can see it slides open, and you pull it all the way, and it releases. So the trap door to the cage is just open, and then you keep pulling it, and the Joker falls. Now that actually worked, but you can see the Joker actually fell all the way through. So this wasn't really this was supposed to hold the weight, but still he fell through, so that was pretty cool. And he's supposed to fall in like that. So now the Joker is a prisoner. And then you can close the trap door here by using these levers. And to close these, you just got to push these up. And then if you want to get your prisoner out of jail, you just push this button here on the front, and that releases the bottom, and he comes out. So going back to this top level, we also have a working elevator, and we have a cannon here. And the cannon has, you can see it's got a green missile in there. I guess that's supposed to be a kryptonite missile. You can stand your figure on this little platform and have him grip this, and the missile will fire. There's a little button here on the top. You can see it does fire pretty good. And then, like I said, we have this working elevator. So they've given you this little figure base, and you can actually remove it from the elevator, but it's basically for putting your figure on there. Now this is the exclusive figure that comes with this playset, which I'll show you in more detail in a few minutes. But basically what you do is you just pop that in there, and click into place, and then he can ride the elevator. So what you want to do is this little flat piece you can lift up like this if you want, but basically it's meant to be out like this. And then to lower the elevator, you just kind of pull this flap down a little bit, and so then it'll take you can lift it down to the next level. And then to the next level. And then finally the ground floor. So one other thing I want to mention on the top level of the playset up here is they've added a zip line that you can hook onto the playset, and it's just a rope, and it's got two plastic hooks on the end. And the best place to hook this on is up here under the eagle statue, or eagle face, whatever you want to call that, and just hook it on here. And the instructions, they mentioned hooking it on here, but I found if you actually want the rope to be tight, it's better to hook it onto the top of the thing, this little piece that sticks out. And then what you do is you run the rope down and down to the cannon, the base of this cannon here, and hook it on there. And then once you've got the rope hooked up, then you've got this little piece here with, looks like handcuffs or something, but it's the zip line. And what you do is you just stick the hands in like handcuffs, and then have him go down the line. Now he doesn't actually, I haven't found that he goes down because his own weight kind of pulls on the rope and it's kind of tight, but you can push it down and he'll just hang there otherwise. You also get these little platform pieces that have a little peg so that you can stand your figures on them. And you get 2 of these, and you can actually put these anywhere that there's these little hook things sticking out. You just hook it onto the base of it. So these are found on various levels. So you get 2 of these little base pieces, and again, you can basically put them anywhere that you see these little things that are sticking out. So the second floor has the computers, as I mentioned before, with the sliding door that activates the trapdoor to the prison. Then on the other side, we have a working elevator. This is a second type elevator. It's supposed to be, I guess, a secret elevator. And you'll notice there's a cardboard backdrop, and this is looks like an alley or something, and it's raining. But with this, you basically can open this and you put your figure inside here. And then the doors will close automatically. And then what you want to do is this green button up here, you want to push it, and your figure drops down. And now he's on this 3rd floor, and what you want to do is you just slide this open, and there's your figure. Now, I guess this is supposed to be the Batcave now. We're now in the Batcave technically, where he keeps his bat suits. So this is kind of a cool feature. You've got a sculpted Robin suit here. It's sculpted in the wall. So it's just blue plastic. There's no paint detail or anything, but you can see the R for Robin, and you got the little mask and stuff. But then over here, you have Batman's armored suit, and these armored pieces actually attach to the wall, and they are removable, and you can put these on your figure. So if you basically want to take your Batman and make him an armored Batman, you can do it. It's not the best looking, you know, but again, this is more for kids and kind of a play feature. And I'm going to set this ladder aside. There's a ladder over here that you can attach. Really doesn't serve much of a purpose, at least as a ladder. It does have another purpose, which I'll show you in just a moment, but I'm going to set that aside because it's kind of getting in the way. So again, take these armor pieces and you just snap them onto the figure. And they pop on pretty good. Knock down his helmet, his mask. So now you have an armored Batman. No cape though. Would have been cool if they had included a cape you could attach. On the other side, on the 3rd floor, is just the kryptonite cage I showed you before. Then on the bottom floor, you have, I guess, what would be considered the armory. So you've got this little computer control panel, and this just attaches on one of those bars that sticks out on the playset. So again, you could put this anywhere that there's one of these bars that stick out, but seems to be the best place for this. And you've got this little computer screen, which is a decal, and then you've got this thing here that shows various weapons, so you can turn it with this little knob on the side. So we've got a grapple gun, and that's a mask, and then that looks like the kryptonite gun that he uses in the movie against Superman. So I don't know if this is like him supposed to be, you know, workstation to work on the weapons, I guess, is what it's technically supposed to be. And you can turn it so it's inside, so you can stand your figure inside. So it's like he's working on the computer, or you can turn it sideways. Yeah, you can however you want. So I'm going to take this off just so we can see the rest of the inside. So as I said, this is basically the armory. So you get this little, I guess this is a training dummy, and it's just yellow plastic, but it looks kind of like the Joker maybe. And that face looks a little bit like the Joker, but it's, I guess, for him to practice his fighting skills and his weapons and stuff. And then you get this weapons panel that holds all these accessories. And these are all accessories you can take off this wall piece. You've got 4 batarangs, you've got the kryptonite gun, you've got 2 other guns. This looks like the sonic gun that he used in one of the Nolan Batman movies. He's got some handcuffs, he's got a grapple gun and a crossbow and a couple of smoke grenades or something. And this, if you want to have the weapons hidden, you can turn this so it's the weapons are no longer visible. So it's pretty cool. And the weapons stay on there pretty tight. The weapons, you know, aren't super detailed. There's no paint applications. These are just kind of plastic, gray plastic. But you know, it's cool that they've given you all these accessories for Batman with this playset. Then on the other side, you get a little alcove to put your Batmobile. This is made for the Dawn of Justice Batmobile that was previously released. And so you can set it inside there, so that's pretty cool. They've also made it so you can take that ladder piece that I showed you before and make ramps. So this ladder piece folds up if you want to, so you can do that. But then you can also take this thing apart. Actually, not. You want to take it apart here at the midsection, and then what you want to do is fold these pieces down and attach them in there like that. And now they make a ramp for your Batmobile. And when you have the ramp installed, then you can roll your Batmobile, if you own the Batmobile, down the ramp. They also give you these 3 robotic arm pieces that you can attach throughout the playset. Again, wherever you find these little things that stick out, they just got little clamps. And you get 3 of them. So you get one that's it's an arm, a hand, or a clamp. And the clamp doesn't actually work on this one, but you do have articulation on the front of these, so you can do these up and down. It would have been nice if they had included articulation here at the midsection as well. You can rotate them out and back, but you can't like bend them at the midsection, which would have been nice. So you get this one that's like a little clamp, and then this one, I'm not sure, it looks kind of like an extinguisher or something, and then you get this third one, which looks like a laser scalpel or something. And you can position the arms so it looks like they're working on the Batmobile or something in the garage if you wanted to. And then finally on the end here we get another cannon, another kryptonite cannon with a green missile that fires that you can set your figure on if you want. And this rock face here again is another cardboard cutout. Now, as I mentioned, there is a figure that's included with this playset. It's Batman without his mask or cape, and this figure really has just basic articulation. It's actually a bit smaller than the other Multiverse figures. The overall detailing, again, the face sculpt, just like with the previous figures, I can't say really looks anything like Ben Affleck. He has some 5 o'clock shadow, almost looks like he has a beard, a gray beard, and then he's got some gray on his sideburns, and then the rest of his hair is just brown. But the face really looks nothing like Ben Affleck. And then he's got a metallic silver on his utility belt. He's got that texturing on the bat symbol on his gloves and his boots, and then the rest of the figure is just a gray color. So it looks pretty much like the other figures we've seen, the other Batman figures we've seen in the Batman vs. Superman line. But again, very basic articulation, and he's much shorter. The figure only stands at about just under 6 inches tall. And then here he is. This is the previous unmasked Batman figure, and these two head sculpts look different. Of course, neither one, again, really looks like Ben Affleck, but you can see how much shorter this exclusive figure is. And then here's the Suicide Squad Batman figure, and you can see that this one is definitely the shortest of the bunch. And as I mentioned, articulation is pretty basic on this figure as well. You can turn the head to the left and the right, but there's no back or forth movement. You've just got rotation with the shoulders. There's no ball joints or anything. No bicep swivels. You do have a swivel on the elbow, single hinged elbow, so it can bend his elbow about that much. No wrist articulation, no midsection articulation, no waist swivel, and then the legs, again, you can only do forward. You really can't even do the legs back because of the way the butt is sculpted. No thigh swivel, single hinged knee, so he can bend his knee about that much, and then no ankle articulation, and does have 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I like this playset. I think this is definitely geared more for the younger kids, but it's a really nice size and has lots of features that I think are pretty cool. It fits the figures well, so you can display your Batman vs. Superman figures pretty good on this set. And also, I think this will work well with other lines, not just Batman vs. Superman. So if you wanted to put your comic book based multiverse figures, or even maybe higher end figures like Mafex or something like that with this, I think it would work as far as the size goes. So this is a Walmart exclusive, and it costs about $100. It is out on shelves now. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'll have links to those in the video description below. And until next time, I'll catch you later.